Hey, good morning, everybody. Since we can't gather like we used to, Relay for Life is making sure that there's still a way to celebrate, remember, and honor anyone who has ever dealt with cancer in their life. So this year's events look pretty different. So we're telling you ahead of time how you can get ready. We've talked about this parade of team that is going to happen. So walk me through that quickly and then tell me how things will end on that day.
The team part is we will be delivering Hope Lives Here signs to cancer survivors around the area from 5 different spots across the county, from Kroger sites across the county. When we come back to the sites, that's where it changes a little bit. And the first part is going to be a survivor birthday party for survivors that feel willing to come out and COVID safe. And that's what our top up here is doing. And then below that is a major part of Relay for Life, and we don't want to get rid of it. It is a luminaria. This has been part of Relay since 1985. And this is, the top part is to celebrate. Down here is to remember and honor. And people sponsor luminarias, and they are lit up, even though it's hard to tell. And they can write a message. They can write a message to a friend. They can just write a name. And it doesn't have to be someone who died from cancer. It can be someone who is dealing with cancer. It can be someone who's helping with cancer. It can be someone who survived cancer. And this is a major part of what we're doing to bring it all together. So we do the celebrate, the remember, and the honor, and this is how we'll close back at the Kroger sites in the 5 different areas in Louisville.
I know that this has been just an animal to kind of attack in terms of making sure that this event can still continue in some way. How do you feel now that people can finally click that link and sign up their teams and start raising money?
Relief and scared to death.
Yeah.
Between the two, because we don't know what's going to happen. We have a plan for what we're doing June 11th and June 25th. But at the same time, that's going to change.
Right.
As things open up, we have COVID guidelines that we make sure we follow so everybody will be safe. But as things open up, we're going to be able to add more too.
Yes. Well, that's exciting. It's more opportunities to raise money for the American Cancer oh my gosh, I can't talk, you guys. American Cancer Society. Woo, sorry. And that goal that they want to raise for this fundraiser is $25,000. So get online right now and sign up your teams.
I'm about to donate, Alex. I'm on the website, and so far they've raised $9,108.65. I'm about to put in $20. So every little bit counts.
And I know that the teams are going to raise so much more this year. And good luck to them.
Yes, 45 days to go. Suzanne? All right, well, we are looking good this morning. Let's go ahead and check out that forecast. We're in the mid-70s at noon. We warm into the 80s as we head into your afternoon hours. Much more in your forecast coming up.
Still ahead, a scary encounter caught on video here from a woman carjacked at gunpoint in St. Matthews. That's coming up next when WLKY News continues.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WLKY Morning News.
Hey there, good morning. Thanks for joining us at 6:31. I'm Carrie Grace.
And I'm Julie Dolan. It is going to be a nice start to our morning temperature-wise, but the rain will be moving in, and meteorologist Suzanne Horgan is in for Matt.
Yeah, timing it out for us.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about a chance for some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity, guys. It's not a washout, so don't cancel your plans, but be prepared for the potential of some precipitation a little bit later this afternoon. Right now we're at 61 degrees, that dew point at 49 degrees. It's a great start to the day. Feels really good out there. As far as our temperatures across the region, this morning we're at 55 degrees in Corydon, lower 50s for our friends in Floyd County, mid 50s in Bullitt County, 54 degrees in Charlestown, and 55 degrees in Shelbyville. Your forecast for today does include the risk of some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. You can see some of that moisture back out to the west across portions of Iowa and Missouri. Some of that energy will be moving in closer to our area. So by later this afternoon, we'll be on the lookout for perhaps a few scattered showers and storms out there. It is not going to be a washout, but again, we have to hold on to the chance of seeing some showers and storms, not only for this afternoon, but also for tonight. We're also going to be on the lookout for some more showers and storms for tomorrow. Overall, your forecast is certainly going to be nice and mild. We're expecting a high of around 80 degrees at 4 o'clock. We're in the mid 70s at noon, upper 70s by 2 o'clock. We'll increase the likelihood of our seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity by later today and into tonight. And Mo, we're going to be talking about more chances of some shower and thunderstorm activity in our 7-day forecast. What do you have for us in traffic?
Not a whole lot, Suzanne. We have one issue we're watching this morning. It is road failure and a water main break. So at 7th Street and Hill Street, this is an area you're going to want to watch out for. Maybe navigate around it. At the moment, not seeing too big of a delay. Just something to watch for if this is part of your morning commute. I want to take you out to the Gene Snyder, where this could cause some problems for you later. The southbound side of the Snyder is going to be down to one lane between Aiken and Shelbyville Road. This is going to be overnight work starting at 8 p.m. Everything will reopen at 6 tomorrow morning. As of now, everything is open. It's a pretty quiet ride, as you can see on the Trimark traffic cameras here. That is Shelbyville Road out by the Snyder. Looking good in the junction here. And then also want to take you out to Hardin County. That's looks like we've got a semi pulled over, most likely taking a rest there by Joe Prather, and that is the northbound side of I-65. Taking you into Nelson County if you're headed between Bardstown and E-Town this morning on the western or Bluegrass Parkway. You're not seeing any delays here. And then out in Oldham County, here's I-71 right along the county line. And again, we are starting to pick up in volume, but no big slowdowns. If you are coming from LaGrange this morning, that's going to be 22 minutes into downtown. 6:33, ladies, back over to you.
Mo, thank you. A woman's car was stolen at gunpoint while she was sitting in a St. Matthews parking lot.
Yeah, scary stuff this morning. We are now seeing surveillance video of the encounter. It shows Summer Hendricks being carjacked last Monday night outside the Planet Fitness on Shelbyville Road. Now, she says a man opened her door, put a gun to her head, threatened to kill her, and stole her car. It all happened in less than a minute. Hendricks says she regrets not being more aware of her surroundings.
I would have locked my car door. You know, when I put it in park, I didn't think about it. It comes unlocked. So when you park your car, lock your car door again, for sure. I would have parked closer to the building.
It can happen anywhere at any time. And I think what's important is that people know their surroundings. They take a look around to make sure that they're safe.
And if you have any information, you can call St. Matthews Police at 498-CLUE. Well, a second meeting is planned for tomorrow to talk about possibly reopening the scenic loop at Cherokee Park and Rundle Road at Iroquois Park.
Both have been closed to traffic since last April due to social distancing for walkers and bicyclists. Our Marvis Herring is live this morning at Cherokee Park with a look at some of the options being talked about. Hey, Marvis.
Hey, good morning, Julie and Carrie, and we're seeing plenty of runners and bikers already this morning, but as many of these COVID-19 restrictions start to be lifted, there's still heated debate about whether or not these roads should open up like this one out here at the Scenic Loop out here in Cherokee Park. And as the temperatures continue to warm up, the Metro Parks Department says they want to make a decision fast about this. Tuesday, council members and other officials in the city heard from both sides in person and online. People are definitely split on this issue. District 8 Councilwoman Cassie Chambers Armstrong, this is part of her district here in Cherokee Park.
There will be people that won't agree with the ultimate decision the Parks Department makes. I just want to make sure that people feel like they were part of the process.
So we're just concerned that if the park stays closed to vehicular traffic, not only me, but a lot of people who are in similar situations to me are not going to be able to access portions of the park.
Both arguments totally make sense. I think it's been lovely to have it closed, and it makes sense for COVID, but things are starting to reopen.
And back out here live, there are some other options that are being discussed about being that are on the table right now. One of those being just closing a portion of these roads, or maybe just closing them on certain days of the week. You still have time to weigh in and share your opinion. There is another meeting tomorrow. We have more information about that inside the WLKY mobile app. For now, reporting live this morning, Marvis Herring, WLKY News.
Marvis, thank you. And as vaccinations increase and restrictions begin to ease, some restaurants are starting to boom and they are facing staffing shortages. It's been a tough year of adjustments in the restaurant and hospitality industries. Some owners say people have genuine health concerns about coming back to work during a pandemic, but others believe potential hirees are simply riding out their unemployment benefits.
Their concerns over their own income. In an industry that is the first, it seemed like it was the first one that would get hit and the last one to be released from a lot of the restrictions. A lot of people just don't trust the volumes that restaurants can generate right now to generate their own income.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, restaurants and bars added 176,000 jobs in March, but overall, the leisure and hospitality industry lost more than 3 million jobs during the pandemic. Downtown businesses are still trying to fill hundreds of positions. 4th Street Live is hosting that job fair again today. Recruiters and hiring managers are on hand to interview for full and part-time positions. The event continues today from noon until 6 p.m., then again tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
And today, out-of-work Kentuckians can now get in-person help with their claims. This afternoon, Kentucky Career Centers will book appointments for unemployment insurance assistance. Openings will be for spots through the end of the month, and more will become available in May. Now, Kentucky will reopen 13 regional offices next Thursday, April 15th, including the ones in Louisville and Elizabethtown. Right now, the Labor Cabinet is only handling appointments virtually.
6:38 is your time this morning. Upgraded learning. We're going to see how a local high school used the year away from the classroom to invest in new tools for students. That story coming up.
And we are watching the pollen count for today. It's the tree pollens that continue to be problematic for us. We're in the high category once again for today. Tomorrow, we're in the medium category. A little bit of brief relief with that risk of some rain returning by Friday and Saturday back into the high category. We'll have much more on your forecast, including several chances of some shower and thunderstorm activity coming up.
You're watching WLKY Morning News.
And good morning. Right now it is 6:41. What a beautiful live look we have right now. This is our camera that we have at the Sheraton, and you can see looking back over southern Indiana, looking just great so far this morning. It's going to be another warm one for us with highs making it to 80. Yesterday, you'll recall we hit 81 degrees. Some isolated showers and thunderstorms, however, cannot be ruled out today. And then we're going to hold on to the chances of some showers and storms as we head into your Saturday as well. So today and tomorrow, at least the risk of some rain, and tomorrow will be the better opportunity for us to see some rain versus today. Right now, we're going to be talking about temperatures at 61 degrees, the dew point at 49 degrees, winds from the east at about 3 miles per hour. We're in the upper 50s in St. Matthews as well as in Shively. We're at 60 in Valley Station this morning and 56 degrees in Middletown. Temperatures you can see at the capital city coming in at 54 degrees, upper 50s in Lebanon. So as we head throughout the day today, we are expecting mainly dry skies for the first part of the day. It's by later today that we're going to be on the lookout for the possibility of at least some shower and thunderstorm activity to develop. Notice into your evening hours, again, the risk of a couple of spotty showers and thunderstorms out there. Now, keep in mind, while it doesn't look to be very widespread, we could see some pockets of heavy rainfall, maybe even some small hail in a couple of these showers or thunderstorms. Then as we head into tomorrow morning, the risk of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. And by the afternoon hours, we're still holding on to the risk of more shower and thunderstorm activity. So an unsettled day expected for your Thursday. Then as we head into Friday, mainly dry skies will be able to prevail until we head into your Friday night and into Saturday. Then yet another chance for more shower and thunderstorm activity. So notice as we head into your Saturday, we'll be watching for some rain showers to persist. Often on scattered shower and thunderstorm activity expected for your Saturday. Once we head into your Sunday, it looks like the bulk of this moisture will be off to the north. So in its wake, we're going to be watching for breezy conditions. But at this point, we're going to keep the forecast dry for the second half of the weekend. So it looks like an opportunity for some rain on Saturday, then drier skies by Sunday. Temperatures for today at 80 degrees, continued warm with that chance of some shower and thunderstorm activity. We hold on to the chances of some evening showers and storms. And then tomorrow morning, another opportunity for more rounds of shower and thunderstorm activity to develop. Temperatures for tomorrow still above normal, but just not as mild as what we'll have for today. Today we'll hit 80. Tomorrow we're in the mid 70s, upper 70s on Friday. A better chance for some showers and storms on Saturday. Then by Sunday, we'll look forward to drier skies, mid 70s on Monday. Then we're back to the 60s on Tuesday. Right now it's 6:43. Let's send it over to Mo.
Thanks, Suzanne. Hey, good morning, everyone. So we're keeping an eye on 7th Street Road and Hill Street this morning. We've got reports of road collapse and water main break in this area. At the moment, it doesn't look like there's any delays. This is a spot you're going to want to avoid this morning. Again, that's 7th Street Road and Hill Street. Let's take you over to the cameras. Look at that 4-panel. Everyone's moving together very nicely. Here's a view of the junction. I-64 and I-65 going in and out of downtown. And I-71 here is just past the Gene Snyder. Picking up in volume. We're seeing a few more cars out there. No big slowdowns, though. Outer loop in 65 still fairly quiet. 64, here's a beautiful shot right around the Melwood Avenue area. And then here's I-64 headed by that 3rd Street exit. You can see the 2nd Street bridge there in the background. No big delays. Speaking of the bridges, here's the Lincoln and Kennedy bridges from the southern Indiana side. And as you're cruising over the Ohio, we're not seeing any big problems. 65 out by Sellersburg also moving well. If you are coming in from Henryville, it's going to be 17 minutes into downtown. The ride up from Oklahoma is 13 minutes into the city. 6:44, Carrie, over to you.
Mo, thank you. Louisville's Give a Day month of service is supporting a local nonprofit. It's called I Would Rather Be Reading, and it focuses on families which have experienced trauma and looks for ways to help them through reading. Tuesday, volunteers built bookshelves and worked to convert a vacant office building in Old Louisville into an educational space.
This building is going to be everything for us. It is going to serve so many purposes. We'll have the ability to have another learning hub based out of this location. We normally do like mindfulness sessions for our teachers who are dealing with secondary trauma. It's called Turn Down and Taste. We run it every summer.
The organization has a number of learning hubs throughout Louisville, and it has helped support families and students while school was entirely online. 6:45 is your time this morning. Major renovations at a high school in Louisville are offering new ways for students to explore possible careers.
Take a look at Atherton's high school. They added more options to multiple career pathways. Health science students have new classrooms featuring hands-on experience with medical equipment. Aerospace engineering students now have access to build and fly drones. There's even a 3D flight simulator.
All year we've talked about learning parts of the plane and learning how to, like, what each thing means. And so now that we're back in class, we can actually, like, use the flight simulators to practice that out.
CPS invested more than $1 million on the upgrades at Atherton. And a reminder, general admission Oaks and Derby tickets go on sale today at noon. They will be for the infield only. Tickets do not include reserved seating or include food or drink. Concession stands will be available inside.
And this morning, Relay for Life is kicking off this year's event at Lynn Family Stadium.
Our Alex Durham is live this morning explaining what people can expect this year. Alex?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, so things are a little different, and we took some time this morning to give you some awesome demonstrations to explain how the teams and the parade through Louisville actually works. Now, Scott, I don't know what we're doing here with soccer balls. And you explain and tell me what to do.
So this is representative of our competition. Okay. And throughout here we have 5 different spots that represent the 5 Kroger areas. To your left is Christy, who's on the committee team. The goal is to kick the balls around the 5 into the goal. 3, 2, 1, go! And I go down. Oh, Christy's got it inside. Alex is coming in. She's got the lead. Oh, Christy is kicking it over back to me for some reason. She's got the other one around there. Oh, Alex is way high. Christy is way over there. She's coming around the last one or the next last one. Christy has picked hers up. They're going into the goal. And no. They've just killed a Kroger's in the West End. And go!
Oh, gosh. I'm out of breath. Okay. I guess that's for me. I'm the winner. Okay. Whew. I need to catch my breath. Scott, you go take it away from here. tell me how people can sign up.
Sign up, go on Relay for Louisville, Relay for Life of Louisville, and you can sign up to be a survivor, you can sign up to be part of a team, you can sign up to be an individual. Join us. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be fun. June 11th, June 25th.
All right, for now the plan is to join in teams online and to go in a parade throughout Louisville. And really, you're going to have to just read the rest for yourselves because I can't breathe.
They're going to have to pry that trophy out of her hands.
Oh, God, it is early.
Good job, Alex.
Yes.
You killed it out there.
Round of applause for you. Good job.
She got her workout points for the day, Suzanne. The rest of us will have to get out early to avoid the rain, huh?
Yeah, she was hustling out there. Goodness gracious, guys.